I would start on UNG if you're selling calls. I think that's the best way to do it. And again, you don't have to just I'm buying the stock, I'm swinging the stock. But if you are interested in doing UNG, you can do one of two things. You can buy UNG and sell calls, or you can do the poor man's cover call, and this requires less capital. So what you would do instead, here's UNG, as soon as it wants to load. Dow ticker or the Dow Jones. So then you could buy, say, November 18th. Remember, you're staying in the money, right? So you're at 1877, maybe the $12 call, which is 683, which means you got a 6-cent time differential here because your break even is 1883 on that call versus 1887. And then what you do is you write the 21 call. Maybe let's go a little lower. Let's try to get a little bit more capital into this. So let's say you write the 1975. It costs you $524. If you sold the 20, this is going to require $541 to make this trade. But you're putting up $541 to make $249. That is a 47% possible return on this trade. You have a high probability of profit at around 62%, and your break even on UNG on November 18th is 1741. That's not a bad trade. I actually like that more than just owning the stock. So then what's nice about that is that if it does pull back, you can set a pretty simple stop, right? You can set a stop at 17. And you know that at 17, if UNG hits 17, you know that the most amount that you can lose is starting day 106. And then by the time that you get to the end of that period, if it's still at 17, you're going to lose $41. But if it's at 18, you'll have made 5% return. If it gets up to 20, though, that's where you're talking about that 25, 30% return. And then at $20, the option that you sold would effectively expire, and you could return 47.9%. That's a good trade. So you go long 12 and you sell the 20. And you know what? We're going to add that to the portfolio. Decide which way you want to do this. I'd open the November 18, 2022 call. So I'll open the November 18, 2022 $20 call. You're looking for a spread that's going to cost about $535 to $550. You'll set a stop at that you will exit the position if there you go. Like that. So you make a decision on what you want to do. I like the swing trade of the stock, but I do like the fact that this it has a lower currency requirement. Again, you only need $541 to set this up. If you want to let go of the stock and do this instead, you can also, if you own the stock, you can sell the $20 call as well. Again, it's all about, look, I think this is important that people understand, is that the numbers here look elevated because it's the amount of money that you need to put up for the trade. So if you just want to own the stock, own the stock. Own the ETF. And we're looking for this to move to 20, 21, 22, 24, and then get out. But if you want to say, hey, I made 48%, you're going to need less money to do that. So, okay, so Clint's asking the one question. Why go so far down, right, to $12? The reason is that at that point where you're buying that $12 call, it's going to cost you $683, right? Well, look at the cost of the UNG, which is at $1877, and look at the $683. This thing is, the intrinsic value is there. The only thing that is left at this point is the time, and that's 6 cents. So you, instead of buying 100 shares of UNG, what you're doing is, instead of buying 100 shares at for $1,877, you're buying the right but not the obligation to buy the stock at $12 on or before November 18th, and you're only going to need 683 to do it. So 683 versus 1877. Then what you're doing is you're selling the call on top of that spread. So what we've done is, instead of speculating to the upside, we're replicating, because we own the rights to 100 shares by doing that in the money call. And we're replicating what it means to have 100 shares and do a covered call, instead of now we just do a deep in the money call, and then we sell the call to the other side. So again, what happens in this event is, let's say that it goes to $22. Well, at that point, you can wait till the last day, and it should auto settle by that point, because somebody's going to claim the $20 calls from you. You have the right to execute at 12, so you're just going to take the difference. What the difference will be at the end, if it got to that level, is roughly $800. So you're looking to make this trade $451, hopefully can get you $800 on or before the expiration.